Can you see me?
Yes, I can see you. Long time no
Yeah,
see.
time no see.
How
How's
was your
everything
journey?
going?
Yeah, how was your
Great.
journey? Really?
Yeah, great. Yeah, I'm still recall this fantastic trip because we really, me and my friend really had a great trip because we have seen humpback whales and we have hugged the koalas
What's
and
coronavirus?
we koalas.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
yeah, and we have also feed the kangaroos, fed the kangaroos. Yeah, and we also self drive along the how to say ocean Great Ocean Road. It's
Mm-hmm.
really a wonderful trip.
Yes. So how
Yeah.
long does the trip? How many days?
It took us 9 days.
9 days. Is
Yeah.
there any interesting thing happen in your journey?
A lot of interesting thing. First of all, a lot of Australians are looks very fit and very nice. Um, we saw a lot of handsome guys in,
Okay.
in Australia, and we how to say they are very nice. They are very kind. When we were in Hyde Park, we were shoot take a photo of a we were took a photo of a bird called ibis. It's very normal. It's very normal to see this bird in Australia. You can see these birds everywhere, and they even would jump onto the table to steal foods from you. And when we take a photo of these birds, a pedestrian just passed by and stopped and tell us about the story of the bird. He just told us that this bird is very common in Egypt. So there are a lot of pictures inscribed 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 on the pyramids, on the walls of pyramids. So I just after I came back from the Australia, I just searched a lot of files about a lot of informations about this bird. I just found that's very interesting. And also, when we were in Gold Coast, we just encountered a handsome guy. He just we were driving actually, and we were stopped by the red light, and we are waiting for the green light, and uh, beside us, a handsome guy driving a car, and he's very handsome, and he just got off from his car and to fetch something. I don't know, and I guess he know he's very handsome, so you know his motions or behaviors looks pretty how to say um 故意的怎么说啊？deliberate, yeah, looks very deliberate. So we just, my friend just tap on me. Look, he's very handsome. And so I just, how to say, turn down the window, the window of the car, our car. And when we just turned down our window, and that handsome guy also turned on his window, and he just say hello to us and ask us where are we going to, and we just said, oh, we are heading to the airport, and he just said, oh, stay one more night. That's very funny. And we also met a lot of handsome guys. They are very fit, they like jogging, um, a lot of Australians, no matter men or women, they like jogging. And when you walk around, when you hang around the streets, you can saw every time everywhere you can saw people are jogging. So they are very fit and they look very nice.
Eh,
And
And
they really like to say how are you to you, and yeah, they are very kind.
it's cool. And I want to know more things about the bird. Why it comes from the Egypt, but it's
The
common.
bird, yeah.
Yeah. But why it is common saying in Australia? So they just maybe there is the Egypt to the Australia is the birds routine, or just the trend.
Oh no, yeah, actually ibis is
How do you
how to
spell this
say,
word? How do you spell
ibis,
A B
i
I
I b I s.
I S?
Yeah, ibis. Actually, ibis lived in the place, how to say, in the place where has marsh lands, not marshlands, how to say, where has water or something, I don't know, maybe the climate or the some landscape factors that are good, or how to say, are realistic habitat for the ibis. But actually ibis are used, uh, very common in Egypt. They are used to be very common in Egypt because in the ancient Egypt there are a lot of ibis birds, but because of their, how to say, religion, ibis are considered to be are considered to be the representative body of their god called Thoth. So they just killed a lot of ibis to, how to say, to, I don't know, it's a ceremony of their religion, a ceremony of their belief. So they just killed a lot of ibis to actually, I don't know, to maybe to, how to sacrifice the ibis to their god. So actually today in Egypt, ibis extinct has already extincted in Egypt. But in the pyramids, you could see a lot of uh, inscribed pictures about
Oh,
ibis. Yeah,
okay.
because the ibis is represent their god.
Yeah, maybe next time when you go to the Egypt and you can see the sculptures of the
Okay, I
ibis.
can find a picture to you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, yeah, it's very interesting. So I guess you would be interested with this.
Okay.
Okay. Did you receive the picture I just sent to you? So that's the ibis. The you can look at the, how to say, the
Oh yeah,
a man sitting on the chair, and his head is looks like ibis.
yeah. I see that.
Yeah. Because they are considered the ibis is the represent of their god.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that makes me feel, that that also, how to say, um activate my interest to the Egypt. Maybe next time I would I would like to go to the Egypt.
Yeah, I want to go there too because there are many. Uh, Last time I went to the Dunhuang, and
Oh yeah,
yeah, some tourists said that in Egypt there are containing many cultures, historic cultures and myths. So I also want to go to Egypt.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
and
Me too. Yeah,
yeah,
maybe next trip. Yeah,
you're right.
yeah.
So do you have
How about
any
you? How's everything going? Are you in Shanghai?
Yeah, so I'm in hotel right now, and this is my first weekend in Shanghai. And actually, on Friday, I invited my relatives to Shanghai. So I just show them around about Shanghai, and we went to the aquarium and the rural, and also some other tourist place. And it's very tired, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So, so have
Mm.
you moved to Shanghai?
Yeah. So I'm in Shanghai now, right now, and I still live in hotel these days.
Okay, so have you found you would rent a house in Shanghai and start your new job?
Yeah, maybe next weekend. I have already rent a house, but I need to wait until 16th. Maybe next weekend I can move into the new rental home. And yeah,
Okay.
actually this
Wow. So
weekend,
you will start your new life in another place.
yes, I
And
think it's,
Shanghai is a great place.
you're right. Actually, I went to Shanghai before when I was an intern. When I was in my university, because I became an intern in Shanghai company, but that days is not very good because I lived in a bedroom, and also I can't make many money, so that days is not very very good. uh but this is the second time. This time, I think the God, maybe my destiny, have more relationship, have more chance and more relationships with Shanghai. So I came back again, and maybe I think this is another chance for me. So I feel very lucky, and also this time I want to try more things and explore more different life of mine. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Shanghai is
yeah,
an international big city.
yeah. And I also meet many handsome foreign guys these days in Shanghai. You
Yeah,
know,
Shanghai
there.
has a lot of foreigners live there.
Yeah. It's more international. Yeah, and this weekend I also want to share with you because I invited my
Well,
stepfather and my mom, and uh, the son of my stepfather, and also his wife, his son. I invited them. I invited them to Shanghai, and I treated them with a good trip. So it means a lot to me, because it's my first time to travel with my family, and I think I just use my own effort to to give all good experiences for my family members. So it really means a lot to me, and also also my first time to the rural, and I have never been to a rural. So
rule. What is rule?
the elephants and the giraffe or some
Oh,
rule.
so okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So I think it's also a compensation for my childhood too.
Compensation.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Great.
So it means a
So
lot to me. This
how
weekend.
do you feel? How did you feel when you um stay with your family?
Uh, Actually, my mom didn't come this time because my mom just does so many things, and she doesn't want to waste any money. So I just invited my stepfather and his son and these people. But it also means a lot to me because they are related to relatives to me, and uh, there are two feelings that I feel so much. I feel so strong. The first thing is very sad. Is very sad because there are many bad behaviors or some bad habits with them, and
Okay.
I tried to use words to give them advice, but
Yeah.
finally I found some these people has their minds, and maybe they
Yeah.
don't think it's bad. Maybe
Oh,
just our minds can't be melt, because maybe I get um maybe it's not good to say that, but it's real. Maybe I learned a lot, and I have many more information about this world, but I just uh m- take it more advanced to their minds, but it's not. It's just totally different, and
yeah.
I can't change their lives, and I also can't change their minds, and also some people, if I feel pity about their lives, but it's not pity for them, and they just use it to their lives, and that things is very normal to them, and uh I just get to know to maybe I will just be away from this bad behaviors, bad minds, and I just keep a distance from that. But I need to respect their lives, and this is the first feeling, and the second feeling is that I feel very good. I feel very good to use my ability with my ability to treat to treat my family members well. This time
Yeah.
I have money, and I can cost the big meal and the some tickets, uh, and I feel very strong and feel very confident this time. Not like before, when I was a child, I want something, or I can see some embarrassment from my stepfather or my mother's face. But this time, I can use my money to treat them well, to let them enjoy different. So it means a lot to me. Yeah, I want to
Great.
share with you my feelings about that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You've already grown up. I think
Thank you.
it's very normal to have those feelings because actually my father also live far away from me,
Mm,
and my father his mind is lagging behind already.
yeah, yeah,
So yeah, very obscure, uh, obsolete, obsolete. I remember that 过时的 yeah, yeah, obsolete, obsolete. His mind is very obsolete. So sometimes I just feel when I stay with him, I feel embarrassed because his behaviors and his minds would makes me feel he have never been to a city.
yeah, 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 right.
Yeah. yeah, but I just realized that his life, and I can't uh, I can't just let him I just can't let him leave behind those minds. He's already been stubborn enough to accept the new ideas and the new things, and he had never experienced some how to say city life or something like that. So I also feel I don't know. I just feel maybe but he's still a kind person.
Yeah, yeah, right.
Yeah, but still yeah, but I don't know. Just maybe because my mom had lived with me for had moved to Chengdu for a long time, so she had already familiar with the city life.
Yeah,
So she's very how to say fashion and she already uh she can already handle the things she encountered in the city. But my father, he had never been lived in a city for a long time, so he seldom had a trip. So so he had already been obsolete, and I don't know. I just I just accept his minds, but I can't change that, and I still wanna keep a distance with him,
yeah,
like
yeah,
you.
yeah,
Yeah,
me too. It's just my one of my wish to have to treat my parents or trip, but this time my mom didn't come, so I just give some money to her. But I just treated my stepfather all trip, and I think he enjoyed it. So that's enough. And
yeah,
I see. I saw a word today in Douyin. It called 断亲. You know.
断亲. Okay,
Yeah,
what
yeah,
does that
yeah.
mean?
It means that many of the uh many people like us, many young people like us, getting more and more are getting more and more likely to cut their relationships with their relatives. Yeah,
Yeah,
they don't want to be showing in their family meeting or go back to their hometown to visit their relatives because they think there are too much it's too tired. It's not the body tired, it's just the mind tired, and they don't want to talk about the same things year and year. Yeah.
yeah,
And
yeah,
that's it. Well, maybe it's so common sense in
yeah,
current current young people's mind. So, yeah, but I also will treat them well, but just maybe in another way. I don't. I won't I won't invite them to live with me, because there are too
yeah,
many differences. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's a huge gap between you and your relatives.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, me
right.
too. Also, actually, this year, in this New Year
Yeah, you.
festival, I also went back to my hometown, and this time I just have a lot of conscious about my families,
Mm,
family members, especially my grandpa and my grandmas, and my father's. I just found that their minds are we have distinctive minds, and we can't and our minds can't merge in can't merge together. So
Yeah.
yeah, so we just and their minds and I can't accept their minds, and they also can't understand mine. So I just thought I also feel a little how to say isolation from each other.
Yeah.
That also make me feel sad, but I don't know. But when I stay with I still feel they treat me very well, and but you by their ways, by the ways that they think the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, even that sometimes makes me feel uncomfortable, but I just can't do anything. I just feel because the gap on minds is so huge that I can't change anything. I just quit to just you know to how to say to reach how to say coincident not coercion not coercion
哎
how to say that 哎我已经忘了那个一致是怎么说来着according agreement, yeah, to reach the agreement. So I just thought maybe um I don't know, maybe we just enjoy the time that we stay together.
Yeah, 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 right.
Yeah, yeah,
And we should be so glad that we have we have our own mind and became to be the person we would like to be. I think it is great.
yeah. We are so lucky.
Yeah, right. Okay, so we get into our topic today.
Okay,
Yeah. Okay, maybe this time I
who's the
can try.
first?
Yeah, yeah, I can try. I
Okay,
can try. Okay.
and
This time I choose.
would
Okay,
you mind me to? Oh, okay,
it's okay.
okay, go on. I just opened the air conditioner.
Mm. Okay. This time I choose the topic because I want to discover more things related to our Earth. And I choose to the South Pole, and it also called the Antarctic
Oh,
pole.
you also choose the South Pole. Oh, okay. Maybe I remember the wrongly. I just also researched the South Pole, not to
Yeah,
research the North Pole.
it's okay, it's okay. And
Yeah.
I just checked. Uh, I just prepared three parts of the South Pole. The first is the treaty, the
Yeah.
Antarctic Treaty, and the second is the it's all myths related to the Agartha. Did you find this
What?
region legend?
Our God.
Let me check.
Okay.
Legend Agartha.
Legion. Legend, ma.
Yeah, yeah,
Legend.
legend.
Okay,
Agartha.
I haven't. Agatha. What
Yes,
is Agatha?
yeah, it is. Some scientists think some scientists claimed that maybe there is another civilization the under the earth.
Okay.
Yeah, because some people think the earth is all hollow, hollow or hollow, HOLLOW.
Hollow.
Uh, hollow earth.
Hollow.
Yeah,
Hollow.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so some people think also uh there also is because they think because scientists just drilled the South Pole for 8 miles, and it getting hotter. it's getting hotter. So they think because the earth is so much deep and they can't imagine what beneath on our what is beneath on our earth, and they think maybe there is another civilization between the earth and the south pole and the south pole and the north pole. There is some gateway to the inner civilization. And
Okay.
yeah, yeah, and there is there are many undirected evidence showed that maybe there are some creatures underneath our earth, and the Agartha is according to the Buddhism with Buddha 就是佛教 Buddhism，你
Buddhism, yeah.
Buddhism.
Yeah.
Buddhism.
Yeah, with Buddhism, so we call it Agartha. It's it is said that it's all very mystery.
How to spell Argasa?
Agatha,
Agata.
A-G-A R
AGA.
R
R.
T-H-A.
Okay.
Yeah,
Arga-
and maybe it's
What is
the uh-huh
so Agartha is
Agatha.
actually it Agata. Agata is what is Agata? It is it a nation or a
maybe
legend?
just it's same to the heaven, you know. Some people believe
Oh,
it
okay.
exists.
Okay.
Some people
Okay.
believe it exists, but there is no evidence that shows the Agatha really exists. But you know, just some scientists think maybe we are not the only creatures in the solar system. uh yeah, and some people also think that the Agartha with highly tech civilization and technology, yeah, because there is so much things we can't explore from our earth. So
Yeah.
then this is the Agatha, and they think the South Pole and the North Pole is the gateway to the inner civilization. So I think, wow, it's cool, you know.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and also the it's related to the first part, the South Treaty, the Antarctic Treaty, and it's about 1957 and 1958. A bunch of countries just came together and were like to know what we love Antarctica, and we need to protect it. So the Antarctic Treaty was created. It means that the scientists from the countries and the lab coats. The lab coats means that it's the same to the scientists, just another call, and they can venture into the icy abscess, icy abscess 就是 abscess for the for research purpose. And for the rest of the us, there are exceptions. Of course, we can head, for example, head to, uh, okay, we can to, except for the treaty, except to the Antarctic Treaty, scientists related to, except to the scientists related to the Antarctic Treaty countries. The rest of us, if we want to go to the Antarctic, we can head to the Antarctic waters on a cruise. On a cruise ship, we can set up foot on the land as well. Yeah, we can also as tourists, or maybe some yeah, to the Antarctic to know more things about that. And Okay, and the first and the foremost is it's for the protections of the environment that it makes sense to the world. Southern tip is all place overflowing with biodiversity. Uh, and they think there are endemic species underground mountains, like
Okay.
uh, the blood red waterfalls, blood water blood red waterfalls, and gold spewing volcanoes, and
Okay.
also 火山.
Why there would be volcanoes in the North and Antarctic?
Yeah, this is just it's underground underground
Oh, okay.
the yeah volcanoes, some elements spew flowing maybe. Just the scientists said that there are some spewing volcanoes behind underground the Antarcticals, and
Oh,
okay, and also and also sometimes some people from some scientists which was first arrived in Antarctica, and they portraying Antarctica as a dead continent, and it seems it's not part of our Earth because it's totally right from the satellite view. But the Antarctica is twice size of the Australia. Yes,
oh,
it's yeah, it's twice size of the Australia, and it's
yeah.
our fifth.
Australia also claimed this part of the Antarctica is belong to their continent. Oh yeah, but that's not how to say. But I've known that actually the treaty had announced that there's no single nation could own the Antarctica,
Yeah,
but
right.
some continent. But I don't know. Part of the continent is has been claimed by is claimed belonged to the Australia. I don't know if it's if it had been recognized by the whole international international the whole how to say globe. I don't know.
Yeah, but when I say the Australia is also belong to the Antarctic treaty countries, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay. Yeah, and since the Antarctica is twice size of the Australia, so the Antarctica is the fifth largest continent of Earth, and it is the highest and the driest and the coldest continent we have on Earth, and it's about 1,300 feet evaluation, yeah, but elevation. Yeah, and the average temperature is -50, and the coldest temperature recorded is -130 Fahrenheit, and
Okay, yeah.
yeah, and also we found actually from the satellite picture, it shows that it's not totally white of the Antarctica. It has some spots, blue spots between the white ice layers. And they think there are and the lake is about 300 feet deep. Is 300 feet deep, and the size of the lake is totally. It's like Lake Ontario. Lake Ontario is all is a visible lake that clear to is a visible lake near to Canada and American. So Lake Ontario just be there to compare the size. Yeah, it's like the size of the Lake Ontario, and it's under 2.5 miles of ice. 就是 2.5 miles of ice. There are some lakes between under this the Antarctic, and it's about 300 feet deep. And also, they think there is also river systems that we believe it can be there is also river systems that we believe rival the Amazon, rival the Amazon.
What is
It's
the
they compared to it means that there is a river system is likely to the Amazon system, Amazon river system, because the Amazon river systems there are
what is river system?
就是亚马逊河流的那个
Oh, rivers. Yeah.
yeah
Okay.
river. Let
Yeah,
me check
river.
it.
Yeah,
River.
I
Okay,
remember this river.
river. Okay, river. Sorry. Yeah, it's so oh no, rival is all rival 它相当于是就是 compared to it means
Oh, okay, rival.
rival. Yeah, yeah,
RIVL. Yeah.
yeah. It compares well rival rival Amazon. Yeah. So, some scientists think there are more misses that we can't we can't make sure about the Antarctic. Yeah, and maybe it's before when it be found, it's before 1900. An American naval explorer by the name of Admiral Richard Beard. Admiral Richard Beard found this continent. Yeah, so we know the South Pole. It's the first time that the people the American naval explorer found the continent. Yeah, so that's my part about the Antarctic.
Actually, it's different from the first one that had set foot on North Pole is Norwegian. Is a Norwegian called Amundsen, Rod Amundsen.
Really? Let me
Yeah,
check it. Yeah, because I found
yeah.
is the
Because the American had just researched this continent, and they just established a station, but not the first one. Actually, the first one is the Norwegian explorer Rod Amundsen.
yeah.
Yeah, actually, before I research this topic, I've read a book called Decisive Moments in History, written by Stefan Zweig. He had wrote a story about the how to say expedition of
Mm-hmm.
finding the expedition of how to say North Pole. So he and also it's a story. Actually, it's a story based on the history of the real history. There are two teams. One team is the Norwegian explorer. That one team is led by Norwegian explorer called Roald Amundsen, and another team is led by a British explorer called Robert Falcon Scott. So that's why the station in Antarctica, the North Pole station in Antarctica, called Amundsen and Robert and Scott Station, because this station is established to the name is to memorize the two majestic explorer called Rod Amundsen and Robert Falcon Scott. So the first actually the Stefan Zweig just wrote the story about the Scott, not because he's the actually Scott is the second person who set foot on the North Pole, and the Norwegian is the first one, but he still write a story about the Scott because Scott just use his camera to how to say to catch this moment. So he just planned for several years and months to plan to how to say explore this new continent. And when he just how to say set a wooden shed on the Antarctica, one of his team, some members of his team found that there's another team from Norway also are exploring this continent. So he just think he had to speed up his works to become the first team to reach the South Pole. But regretfully, when he reached the South Pole, the Norwegians had already set their tent and their flag onto the North Pole. So they are the first. So the Norwegian team is the first team that reached the North Pole, and so he just feels so sad about that, but he's still very generous to record this moment and by his camera, and also write this whole process into his diary. And when he came back, he just encountered a big storm in North Pole on their way back to their wooden shed, their base station. But the people his team members are gradually collapsed. Some just they died gradually. They died one by one. So until the last moment of the Scott's life, he still write his story in North Pole, and he still tried to write the story in North Pole, and he just died there. The whole team are buried beneath the snow, and so their body are be found after 80 days. After 80 days, their body had been found, and so the Zweig also wrote the story about that because he just thought, people just, actually Scott read something on in his diary that said, okay, just a goodbye daydream, because he just dreamed to be the first one to reach the South Pole, but he failed, and so he just wrote down that, okay, goodbye daydream. I think he's very brave. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
very brave, even though he just failed, but he still be very generous to record the moment that to take a photo of the tent established by the Norwegians. So I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
think he's very generous. Yeah, and and he also very brave, and he also died there. So I think he just sacrificed to his dream. Very impressive.
Yeah.
And also, yeah, and
It's so
also,
so the Norway so the Norway is very close to the South Pole, right?
yeah, and because the Norwegians, they are very close, they live very close to the. Actually, Norway is near the North Pole. I remember.
Yeah, let me check it.
Yeah, and they, because they live in the very extreme, cold weather place.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so they are good at how to they are good at using the sled dogs to to explore the to explore to track the to
Uh,
track the North Pole, to
yeah.
track the North Pole. So I think they have their advantages. But the British men, they are living in a place that not have, maybe they have not experienced such extreme weather, so they just failed.
Yeah. I checked
Yeah,
that it's
yeah,
near to the north. And just now I
north.
said
Yeah.
the American naval who first landed is on North Pole, is not the South Pole. Yeah, I read the the
Okay.
first
Yeah. The
yeah
first the South Pole is first landed man.
Norwegian.
Yeah, Norwegian. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
and
true.
the Robert is the first man who reached the North Pole. Yeah. Okay, continue. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah. So they are, so that's why the station called Armandson and Scott Station, because that's established to memorize those heroes. Um, and another thing I just found that another interesting I just found is that, during the winter, uh, the actually in North Pole, in Antarctica, their winter, its winter is from May to August. It is similar to the Australia. Actually, when we reach the Australia, it's the winter in Australia. It's pretty cold, but still very warm. You can just
Did you
wear wear t-shirts
did,
there. But in Melbourne, it's colder. And when we are in Melbourne, actually Melbourne has a place, has an island, where you can see the penguins, but we didn't go to that island. It's
Melbourne.
yeah, it's how to say, it's a regret. It's a pity, but we've already seen the humpback whales, so we've already feel feel satisfied.
what's
Um,
the Hartberg? Wow. Could you? tell me how to
What?
spell it. You
What?
say you are very happy to the Hartburg, right?
Humpback whales.
Oh
座
yeah,
头鲸 humpback
yeah.
whales.
How to spell that? Humpback.
H UMP BACK.
MPBA.
BACK. Humpback
Oh
whales.
yeah, humpback whale. Wow. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You just forward me the video, right? Humpback.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, but we hadn't seen the how to say the penguins in Melbourne.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
yeah, and also the South Pole actually during the winter the South Pole has no sunlight at all.
No
So
sunset or sunlight.
no sunlight
Why?
has no sunlight. 呃应该是那种极夜天气，
集中
极昼和极夜。
in Melbourne. In
Not
Melbourne.
more, but in South Pole.
Oh yeah, yeah, right.
Yeah, there's no sunlight at all. So but in summer the sun is continuously the sun is continuously above the continent.
Yeah.
就是有极夜和极昼天气。In summer，在夏天就是极夜，极昼，然后在冬天就是极夜。
Huh.
And also, if you commit a crime in South Pole, actually you would be punished by your country, but your country should be in the list of the it should have joined the treaty.
Mm-hmm.
But if you are from a country that haven't joined the treaty, actually the captain or the pilot of the ship or plane have the right to punish you.
Yeah, yeah, right.
Yeah, that's another fun thing. Fun. Because actually no one owns the Antarctic continent, so I just wonder how if you commit a crime, what would happen? Okay, that's all the information I found about the South Pole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, it's interesting to know more things about the South Pole because, especially the Agatha myth, you know. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We always think that there may be some creatures in the solar system in another satellite in
Yeah, you must. Yeah. You
yeah,
definitely would like Egypt because they also have a lot of stories, mysterious stories.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay, so next time we would talk about the nuclear wasting.
Wastewater
Yeah,
release of nuclear plant
yeah.
in
Just now
Fukushima.
they pop
Fukushima.
up. Yeah, just now they pop up. They pop up the news that the Japan has released 700 tons of nuclear waters.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't know. I just want to dig more information about whether this releasing of wastewater would actually affect the marine life or our health if we eat those fishes that had lived in those water.
Yeah, and and I also wondered because you know we always said that the energy maintains equal, right? So
Yeah.
the So the Japanese uh, created the nuclear water, but the nuclear elements just drilled from our Earth, right?
Yeah.
So I think if they just drilled from the Earth and released to the Earth, so also the nuclear element maintain equal. So I think I don't know why if we don't drill the nuclear elements from the Earth, but it still exist on the earth. So I'm not clear about the reason why we just put more in attention on this nuclear thing. Maybe I need to dig more information about the nuclear elements, because I really
Yeah.
don't understand that. Yeah.
Yeah. Me too. I can't answer your question because I don't. I have no idea about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we could dig some information about that and share with each other next time.
Yeah, yeah, okay. So how long? So do you have any other plans on your the National Day festival?
National Day. Actually, I have no plans at all. From these days, I when I came back from my trip, I did a lot of um, I did a lot of job. I have a lot of work to do.
Yeah,
I just accumulated a lot of work, and these days I was being so busy. So I don't have any idea of my national Day. Do you have any plan?
yeah. I am preparing my visa. Actually, I want to use the Japan visa to visit the Philippines. You know
Uh,
it's very hard
Japan
to
visa.
yeah, yeah. It's very hard to apply the Philippine visa. But if you have the Japanese visa, you can just visit Philippines.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
Uh.
can go to the Philippines. So
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
you been to Japan before?
Japan or Philippines.
Japan.
Actually, I don't be there. I haven't been Japan before, but this time, I applied the visa for many times, 3 years.
Okay.
3年多次. Yeah. So this time I want to the Philippines because I want to see the volcano. Yeah,
Okay.
there is volcano in Philippines, and also I can scuba in Philippines because
Oh yeah, yeah,
some
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
some
Philippines
divers
also has.
said that.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
I just
Philippines also have a diverse marine life.
yeah, I just
Yeah.
found it confused. It's very hard to apply the Philippine visa.
Why?
They don't have the simplified process. You need to apply the visa. You need to have the face to face meeting in the ambassador.
Okay. So yeah, that's not very convenient. Sounds like.
Yeah, so I just
Yeah,
applied
sounds like
the
they are strict to Chinese.
yeah, but if I own the Japanese visa, I can just directly to Philippines. My boyfriend said it may be the Japan uh 殖民, how to say 殖民?
Colonized.
Yeah, yeah, the Japan colonized the Philippines before, so they are more free to the Japanese.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, maybe.
yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
maybe. But that's not. But I don't know. Philippines is just a small country. I don't know. Why can't we just apply the visa more conveniently?
And also, I checked some information on Readbook. You know, they said when you travel in Philippines, there are many guards just carry their weapons around the city. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. I also heard. Well, actually, one of my friend had been to Philippines before, and they can take shots in
Yeah.
Philippines because they are allowed to take shots.
Yes. So I can. Oh, you said the tourist also can
No, no,
shot.
no, no. Yeah, you can experience the shots.
Really?
Yeah, you can experience that, but you can't bring your gun to there because you don't have one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I
but
know. I
you
know.
can experience. Yeah, you can experience that
Okay,
in
maybe that
Philippines.
I will add it to my travel list. That's
Yeah,
oh new
yeah, you can
experiences.
take it.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
that sounds really interesting.
yeah. Wow.
Yeah. And I also heard that the candy in Philippines are very how to say palatable.
Palatable.
Yeah, 就好吃.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. I
Yeah,
get that.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe you could try that. But these days, I don't have any plan to go for a travel. But maybe in the end of this year, actually, I really want to go to Egypt.
Yeah, yeah. Me too. I also want to go
Yeah,
to the Egypt.
yeah.
Mm, maybe
Maybe if yeah, maybe we could just yeah go to
together.
there
Yeah,
together. Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Deposit money first.
Yeah. Yeah. Deposit money. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Congratulations to your promotion.
I hope. Actually, I'm not sure I can. I can handle this work this time because there are
Have you
two.
met your new team in
Yeah,
Shanghai?
I need to uh re reorganize a new team. There are just three remained members in my team, so I need to hire another 11 new team member.
Wow, that's a big team.
Yeah, yeah, but up to now there are already eight candidates, right?
Eight
Candidates.
candidates. Okay.
Yeah, there are already eight candidates have received my offer, but so maybe when I ended my national day festival, my new team will be created. It's another challenge for me, but I also take it very fun. It's
Yeah.
like a challenge for me, and I can try to try to um, try to conquer it. Yeah.
Conquer it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
it's really a big challenge, but it's funny.
You're
Yeah,
right.
maybe you could improve a lot from that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Actually before I told you I have managed a team before, but this time maybe it's more different. So I think I would do better. I would do better than last time. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
my
That
wish.
could help you to build your leadership.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
next time when you pass by Shanghai, we can
Okay, yeah.
together. Yeah,
I really want to go to Shanghai. Maybe yeah. I really want to go to Shanghai this year because I last night I also searched some delicious food in right in Shanghai.
yeah, yeah.
So I just record how many foods uh, I would try when I go to Shanghai. Actually,
Okay.
I've been Shanghai before, but I've never been experienced deeply
Mm-hmm.
in. So maybe next time.
Yeah. Okay. So
Okay. If you have any trip plan to Chengdu, you could tell me.
yeah. We can have the offline meeting.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we could
So
have offline meeting.
yeah. So maybe
So
tonight. So we end from now.
yeah.
Bye
Okay.
bye.
Bye bye. Good night.
Good night.